Welcome to After the Whistles Inside the Park. My name is Elizabeth Barnes.
And I'm D'Angelo Starks. We'll be coming to you semi-regularly to discuss any big baseball news and just general things around the MLB. To start out the night, we're going to talk about the division races, which, with about a week left in the season, are really starting to heat up. Not as much in the AL. The AL East, the Red Sox clinched this past week.
Yep.
The Indians clinched the terrible Central. As a Tigers fan, know that all too well. And the AL West, the Astros currently have a 4.5 game lead, but it doesn't look like that's going to change.
Yeah.
So it looks like the AL's it's going to shake out pretty much how I just said, and the Yankees will take on the A's in the wild card game.
Yeah, definitely.
The NL, things are far more contentious. The East, the Braves have won, it looks like. But the NL Central is where it first starts to get interesting. We have the two-team race, really, between the Cubs and the Brewers. How do you see that shaking out?
I would have to go with the Cubs right now.
Okay.
I mean, they've kind of been on the top. They won 2 years ago.
Yeah,
They won the entire thing. So I'm still kind of living on that glory. But, I mean, just as a minor Cubs fan, I have to go with the Cubs.
I get it. I'm going to be honest. I'm doing most of what I'm about to do to make someone here at After the Whistle upset. The Brewers are going to win the NL Central. I think the Brewers are really good. They're getting some new blood into the playoff race.
Oh, yeah.
The Cubs, they got some problems going on. I've heard some stuff about the Cubs. And I just think that the Brewers are going to come out on top. I think they're the fresher team. They're really hot right now.
Yeah.
And I just see that shaking out well for them.
It could go either way, yeah.
And then the really tight race is the NL West. Last week, the Rockies were in first, but as we looked at it today, the Dodgers are up 1.5 games. Who do you think is going to win that one?
I would have to go with the Dodgers, definitely. Again, minor Dodgers fan. I mean, just kind of going with who's anyone that's better than Tigers at this point. So
there's a lot of them.
Yes. So yeah, I definitely have to go with the Dodgers. I think that they're looking pretty good right now, and I think they can definitely pull out.
I agree. I think it just makes the most sense to me. Like they have the best team in that division. I think the Rockies are playing really well, but I don't see them continuing that. Whereas I think the Dodgers have actually been underperforming, so I could see them still making some noise in the postseason. Plus, as a Manny Machado fan, I cannot pick against a team that he is on. It's just against my religion. So we'll move on to the awards and kind of talk about who we think should win. I have a couple very passionate pleas that I will save. First, I want to get your opinions on who you think is going to take home some awards.
Alrighty, so AL, Cy Young, I have JV. Just because I'm just always been a fan of his.
We miss him. We miss him dearly.
Yes, definitely. And so I would love to see him win another thing. He's amazing.
Absolutely.
I can't go against him anyway.
I get it.
But so the NL, I have Max Scherzer.
Okay.
I mean, 17-game winner right now, and he has a decently good ERA. So
another former Tiger. That would be rough to watch.
Yes.
That would be rough to watch.
Yes. And then you got your MVP. I have Mike Trout, Angels.
Okay.
Yep. Just basically because it's him.
He's the best player.
Mean,
he's the best player in baseball.
Yes.
So.
Yes. I mean,
it's hard to pick against him.
And then I know in the NL, I have Jacob deGrom.
Very good. He's very good at baseball.
Yes, yes. All very good baseball players. So.
They're all very good at what they do.
Yes.
For me, I go a little bit different. I'll start with the NL MVP, who I think last week I was different. Last week I agreed with you. I thought that I think that DeGrom should win, but I don't think he will because the Mets haven't won enough games, unfortunately. Like DeGrom's having a historic season. He's breaking records that are 100 years old, and like he's just doing things that no one's ever seen before. But I'm going to go with Christian Yelich, who is he's just playing the best year of his career so far, and he's really shouldered a huge load for the Brewers, and he's looked really good. But for my NL Cy Young, I'm going to go with Jacob deGrom just because I think that he's been lights out and truly incredible.
Yeah, definitely.
The AL Cy Young is probably going to, I don't know, like I'd like to see Verlander too, but I'll probably go Chris Sale. I think the Red Sox have been the best team in baseball this year, and he's their ace. AL MVP, no argument, in my opinion. Mookie Betts is going to win it, and I think he had a signature moment for that MVP last week to clinch against the Yankees. They just had to beat the Yankees one game, and he went 4 for 5 with 5 RBI, 3 runs, and he hit a game-clinching 3-run home run. So that was a pretty big moment, and that was huge for them. So I think he's gonna take home the AL honors. You had you wanted to talk about a couple players that had big weeks.
Yeah, so this week we had the Players of the Week that came out today. You have Yuli from the Astros. This is his first honors, his first Player of the Week honor. So he did have his 2 home runs and a career high 7 RBIs on Friday.
Wow.
So, and that helped the Astros get their playoff spot. So, I mean, super big for him. His first home run was a grand slam. And so he was just looking really good. And so he definitely deserved that. And then you have Yelich from the Brewers, who this is his 3rd Player of the Week. So a little more familiar with it. And he had his 32nd home run of the season at a projected 439 feet into the last row of the park's right center field seats. So he really shot one out there. So yeah, and that was his 2nd longest home run of the season. So yeah, they're both looking really good.
Yeah, I think Yelich batted something like 500 last week. It was something that just doesn't make sense.
Oh yes.
But yeah, that's all we have for you today on Inside the Park. We will come back to you as soon as there is more MLB news. I am D'Angelo Starks.
And I'm Elizabeth Barnes.